Final Fantasy XIV announced a new race and class. Paladins brings in a time-bending new champion. World of Warships takes to the stars, and oh my god, it's almost time for Game of Thrones! The browser game. What else? What's up guys, James Blonde here with a weekly recap for gaming news and announcements for the week of March 28th, 2019, and it seems like the news is a little light going into PAX East this week, but either way, starting out the news this week, the Final Fantasy XIV Tokyo Fan Fest happened this past week. Several major announcements were made during the event, including the introduction of a brand new class, the Dancer. The Dancer is a range class that can attack with thrown weapons and use special dances to provide support to their allies. Who would have guessed? Another big announcement is the new race, the Hrothgar. These massive cat-like creatures are muscular, tall, and appear to be male-only, complementing the recently announced Viera, who are female-only. Two new cities will be located in the new area Norvant, the Crystarium and Ilmor. The former is a big player hub, while the latter is a major setting for the story of Shadowbringers. Pretty cool stuff announced at the event. Check out more details at the site posted at MMOHuts.com. And while you're there, remember this odd, might give you vertigo if you play it in VR game that I mentioned last week called JetX? Well, it seems like MMOHuts partnered with Singularity Lab to give away Steam codes for the game. There are only a few codes, so you'll have to try and win one. Check it out through the link in the description. Could be a trap, just saying. Winners will be drawn on Monday, the 1st of April. Also on April Fool's Day, Wargaming is going intergalactic on April 1st with Space, Warships, Intergalactic Games, and World of Warships. These battles are set on planets in galaxies far, far away and will feature 12 unique and powerful ships. In addition to returning ships like the mighty All-Destroyer and Regal Zaya, a new ship arrives in the Century Hawk. There will be 4 space-themed battle modes, including a rework of Epicenter mode called Rings of Saturn. This debuts alongside the introduction of the Royal Navy aircraft carrier tech tree. Wargaming has always been really good about making these silly game modes fun, and this one doesn't seem like it's lacking. I mean, some of these scenes in the trailer look like Dreadnought. Well, not quite. In more World of Warships news, MMOHuts Jason gives his thoughts on his hands-on time with World of Warships Legends, which is the console version of the popular PC naval battle game. High points he mentioned included the simple controls, speed of gameplay, and of course the visuals, which Jason described as looking incredibly real, especially when zoomed in. I do recall that being the case back when I did the first look for the PC version when it was really early in development several years ago. If you're up for it, there's a full detailed breakdown available with gameplay footage, more of what you see here, at the site post link below. On a slightly similar note, Gaijin Entertainment announced their April Fool's event coming to the post-apocalyptic battler Crossout. The "Where'd you give the car, dude?" brawl will last from March 28th until April 3rd and will offer the funniest and weirdest fighting machines ever created. At the start of the brawl, players will be randomly assigned one of 59 different vehicles selected by the Crossout developers. All of these were crafted by the players and uploaded to the game's exhibition. Basically, it's the reject pile of player-designed vehicles you get stuck with. Available vehicles range from giant rocket-armed crabs and crazily oversized lawnmowers to fire-breathing ducks, jet-powered pink elephants, and even more extraordinary creations. But despite their funny appearance, all of these vehicles are absolutely deadly in combat, so at least they work. In other exciting news, Path of Exile is finally out on the PlayStation 4 as of recently. Still 100% free, the PS4 launch coincides with the first major expansion of 2019, Synthesis. In Synthesis, players will encounter Kavus, a major figure in Rayclass history, and help him reforge his memories to discover what role he played and learn more about the history of the game's world, which is really cool lore if you haven't figured that out. If you haven't played PoE in the past, now is the best time to give it a shot. Tons of content now in the game, and these expansions make it that much more epic. This recent update also includes new gems, items, and a complete rebalance of spells throughout the entire game. Also on console, Bandai Namco revealed a new gameplay trailer for the upcoming MMORPG exclusive to Xbox One, Bless Unleashed. The trailer showed off combat styles, progression, bosses, and some dungeon gameplay as well. The trailer puts special emphasis on being able to dodge, as you won't regain health naturally over time, so if you've played any Dark Souls, you'll probably be an expert at this mechanic. Bandai Namco will be attending PAX East, which has started already in Boston from the 28th to the 31st, so if you happen to be going there, stop by their booth to get some cool swag and hands-on time with Bless Unleashed. Moving on, in a recent live stream, Hearthstone began revealing cards that are on the way in the new Rise of Shadows expansion. 12 new cards were shown off, which can be seen in the embedded stream on MMOS.com. These include 2 legendary villains, Blastmaster Boom and Heist Baron Togwaggle. What a name. As well as the legendary defender of Dalaran, Khadgar. Khadgar, one of the more interesting cards shown, will cause cards that summon minions when played to summon double the number of minions they would normally summon. It's amazing they're able to introduce cards like this that don't break the fairness of the game. But then again, nobody said it was fair. Yuzu Games' Game of Thrones browser game, Game of Thrones Winter is Coming, officially launched worldwide this week, gearing up fans for the final season coming in April. This RTS game will allow players to train an army of faithful followers from a pool of iconic characters and build meaningful alliances with them. You'll be able to recruit friends to help you on the field of battle and see pivotal moments from the Game of Thrones storyline play out before your eyes. Hidden stories can also be unlocked in PvE missions, such as battle progressions that pit players against hordes of roaming bandits. As you can tell, the CGI trailer, which is all we have for now, not even a screenshot otherwise, is pretty legit. I do, however, agree with the top comment on the YouTube video. This trailer is too good for its own game. Next up, Evil Mojo Games has continued their story campaign with the latest update of Paladins, Future's End. This update brings with it Atlas, the man out of time. Atlas can use crystal magic on the battlefield, letting him create walls that slow down enemy projectiles and remove foes from reality entirely with his ultimate, so he's kind of Thanos. His gun arm is a one-of-a-kind weapon that also has 4 styles of shooting depending on the charge time, which is really cool. You'll also have access to the BattleBite Battle Pass, which has retro-themed 8-bit cosmetics for you to unlock, including skins for Fernando and Inara. MMO's Jason also has a full review complete with video over at the site. Check it out when you can. And finally, for a last bit of news, QC Games released a new patch to Breach recently, 0.2 Shadowmaster, which brings the titular Veil Demon class to life. Shadowmaster players can clone their enemy and utilize deployable buff stations to enhance their possessed minions. They can also choose how they use these clones, either offensive or defensive. This is a whole new way to play Veil Demons, creating significant problems for the heroes. Also in this update is the challenge system. This lets players unlock in-game rewards for each class as they level it up to 30. Each class will have ability unlocks, gems, and talents specific to that class. And these are just a few of the newest updates to the latest gameplay patch for Breach. Now, before we sign off, I've got to mention with tons of hype that this year's PAX East is already amazing because GearBox announced Borderlands 3. The teaser trailer alone gave me goosebumps, and I actually had to pause the gameplay trailer a few times so I didn't hyperventilate. Needless to say, I'm super excited about this, and I just had to share it with you guys so I could do the honors of putting the trailer in my weekly recap. Worth it. Anyway guys, that's about it for all the major news and announcements for this week. For more information on the news topics, check the links in the description below. Feel free to discuss the news or even more news in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. But until next time guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.